This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV.com with the daily wrestling news update. WWE has hired back Shane Helms and Fit Finlay as producers. They were released earlier this year. There is a 2020 interview with Shane Helms on this channel. I put the link to that in the description. It wasn't done by me. It was done by my good friend John Paz, who is the co-host of the Taskmaster Talks podcast with Kevin Sullivan, among other podcasts he's involved with. Take a look at that. Taskmaster Talks this week, by the way, he did a 1-hour in-depth dive into Chris Benoit. I posted the unedited version for my members at the YouTube members that are helping me out by joining, and it will also be posted in another day or so for everyone else. If you do become a member here, you can have access to like my live streams that I have to pay for, such as the ones I did with DDP, One Man Gang, and Ken Patira in recent weeks. I'm also going to do one with Slick soon, as well as Harvey Whippleman, and there's some other bigger ones I'm working on. Brian Kendrick is working as a producer now for NXT. And in other wrestling news, the reason why Bob Ryder died, who was a former WCW announcer, and he's been with TNA since the start, TNA Impact Wrestling, now known as just Impact, is he's been battling cancer and was going through intense chemotherapy treatment. I guess he fell yesterday and he was found dead by police this morning. I had very few interactions with Bob Ryder when I would book Impact wrestlers for Great North Wrestling back when Impact was popular in around the time between, I guess, 2005 to 2010. I often used Impact stars on Great North Wrestling events back when people cared about it. The travel would always be booked through Bob Ryder, so I had some interactions with him through that. At one point, he was head of Impact Talent Relations, and I remember that I never got any responses from him whenever I would contact him about trying to work with him back when he was doing that. I do have my The Hannibal TV television show now on Zingo TV, channel 250 here in Canada, or you can download the Zingo TV app. And if anyone wants to be the presenter of that show this week, you just have to make me a better tip offer than $5. Ksania is going to be my guest, the Russian goddess, this week, along with some other guests, a comedian, and surprise as well. So that's on Zingo TV every week, as well as the Barn Burner Network, as well as I'm posting it on my other YouTube channel after it airs, which is my Devin Nicholson YouTube channel. It airs live every Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Ivan Santos says AEW and NXT were unwatchable. I was at the gym. I didn't watch them. Debo says every story about Bob Ryder is creepy. I remember hearing some stuff regarding that in the past, but I never really cared to look into it too much, to be honest. Nikki says being a female fan, she's happy that girls are getting a chance, but it's a little too much. Speaking of girls, I did interview Vert Vixen earlier today, who is a very talented female wrestler from SWE Fury. She is wrestling December 12th on SWE Fury against Christy James, who has competed for AEW. And speaking of Christy James, she's a Brazilian wrestler I posted a video yesterday of Christy and Miranda Gordy, which Miranda won thanks to help from Vert Vixen. But I suggest people look at that. Miranda Gordy is the daughter of Terry Gordy, and she's very talented. Terry would be proud of her. She is the current SWE champion. So make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Hannibal TV. I'm also on Twitter at Devin Hannibal. And if you PM me, I will follow you back. I'm also streaming all of my news updates and many of my live streams now on Twitch. Our Twitch is Great North Wrestling, though. So if you want to follow us on Twitch, I'm still new to it. I don't know much about it, but we are on there now. This very stream is on there, as well as my Ken Patera shoot. I actually streamed on there as a test shoot. So follow us on there, and thank you for all your support.